universe, and today we're looking at Tarot by Izabela's July outlook. So Tarot by Izabela right here, she is a tarot reader from Europe. I believe she's from Sweden. She just did her July outlook and she hit it out of the park already, because I believe she posted about 4 days ago, 3 days ago, and just today one of the news that she got in was the train attack in Germany, and it just hit this morning that this guy with an axe tried to commit a massacre, but it was actually stopped, so not many people were hurt. So she already hit it out of the park with that, and I'll be looking at about 12 of the points that she hit for this month of July, which seems to be one of the heaviest months of the year so far. So I'll be using Pulp Tarot and also the Egyptian Tarot to confirm. And in this first part, I'll be hitting 6 points. First, the push for war in Europe against Russia. That according to Tarot by Izabela is not going to go towards war, but it's just going to be a huge push. Also, a missile being sent towards the US, but being stopped and being done by a greatest ally. Apart from that, the EU on the verge of collapse, and also trying to create many crazy authoritarian rules that people will not go with. Then mainstream media cracking and finally beginning to just fade away. Also, crimes against in Gaza being spotted. That being also highlighted yesterday with the rape video that's been shown around by the IDF. And then finally, Trump's announcements that will do 180 on our greatest ally. So finally, we're gonna get some real tough talk on, what's what with, the little country in the Middle East that's causing so many issues in the world. So let's begin with the first one, which is the push for war in Europe against Russia. Let's see. I'm gonna pull 3 cards and 3 clarifiers. Okay, so the first pull was push for war by Europe against Russia. So we get 4 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, and 7 of Wands. And for clarifiers, we get the High Priestess, it's in Spanish, sorry, the Emperor, and Testament. So past, present, future. Past, 4 of Pentacles. So we get the EU. Their war against Russia is not working. They're collapsing, they're sinking down. They're wasting way too much money on this, so this is definitely not working. The present, they're trying to collect everyone that they can to push it for this agenda. And at the end, they're not going to be able to continue this war. They're trying, but they're being surrounded by too many things. For clarifiers, for the past with the 4 of Pentacles, we get the Empress. The feeling I get out of this is that there's mystery surrounding why they really want to go war against Russia. It's not just because what we've been told, but there's hidden motives, old ancient motives of why they push against Russia. And yes, it's the cabal, the deep state, it's people in power there. These families have been, for some reason, they've been trying to always go against Russia. But the clarifier for this 7 of Wands, testimony. I feel like this is also talking about Russia. It's perseverance, like since its dawn, has been always trying to be destroyed, and through Napoleon, Hitler, and now the European Union, always trying to go against it, but they persevere. Because there's also a theory that the coming future belongs to the Slavs, the Russians. So the perseverance is gonna show, and at the end, yeah, most likely there's not gonna be war against them. They're gonna persevere. Okay, so that was that one. Let's move to the next one, which is missiles being sent to the US by our greatest ally. Okay, let's see. Is there gonna be a missile being sent to the US by our greatest ally trying to cause a false flag so it can go and finish this off against your eye. Okay. Okay, so right away we get Nine of Pentacles, Two of Swords, and the King of Swords. We get Indecision, the Lions, Revelation. Wow. I'm definitely getting more answers from the Egyptian tarot than from the actual pulp tarot, because I'm getting an indecision. It's like they're not really sure they should do this or not, because it could definitely backstab them. The alliance, the fake alliance that everyone thinks that, you know, are great allies, their greatest ally, right? And then revelation of really who they are, unmasking who they are. And again, I feel like the clarifiers are the pulp tarot, not the Egyptian. The Egyptian is actually showing what's going on, and that, you know, this probably is gonna happen. You know, the message, the King of Swords, you know, showing the revelation of who they are. The alliance being broken, there's no more, finally breaking that. And then indecision with the Nine of Cups, a wish come true. It's almost like, you know, this is showing the US as, you know, that great blonde that, you know, you don't want to let it go, but if you do this, she's gone. And that's probably what's going to happen if they do try to pull this false flag. Well, you know, 10 minutes in, this is part 1. We'll continue on. Hit share, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned for the second part. Bye.